Hello everyone, this is Alec coming to you with another Warcraft 3 audio commentary. So here we go, Game 3 of this Best of 3 series. WarchiefRich doing a very nice job taking Game 1. Unfortunately, I was unable to catch Game 2, but Reprisal did take that. That map was, crap, what was that map called, this Game 2 map? Was it Ancient Isles? I think it was Ancient Isles. Anyway, so Reprisal did take Ancient Isles for the Game 2, and now Game 3 on Echo Isles, my favorite 1v1 map of all time. Yep, this is a smaller 1v1 map. You got your natural expansions here, only 2 spawning locations, so it is strictly 1v1 map. WarchiefRich going to be spawning as the Green Knight up in the top left, and Reprisal will be spawning as the Red Human in the top right. WarchiefRich looks like he's going to be doing some standard Ancient War creeping on this orange camp. And we'll maybe pick up some mercs as well. We'll probably be seeing a Demon Hunter or maybe a Warden like we saw in Game 1. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw either. If we saw anything but that, I'd be very surprised. Let's see what Reprisal goes for as their first hero. Typical Archmage, I could have guessed that. Archmage, Footman probably as well. As we will probably see some militia creeping of this camp. Or militia yeah, we'll probably be seeing militia creeping of this orange camp. This Ancient War almost finished. Let's see the first hero of WarchiefRich. He will be going for Warden again for his first hero. I'm very surprised actually. I'm actually pretty surprised by this. As normally Night Elf players, they tend not to go for Warden as much. They tend to go for Demon Hunter just because it's sort of the go-to hero against an Archmage. You want to try and mana burn as much mana as you can off an Archmage or a Mountain King or something. So if Reprisal wants to go for Mountain King as a second hero, it'll be that much harder if you have a Demon Hunter, but because of that mana burn, but since he is going Warden, he will have the Shadow Strike ability instead, and he'll be able to pick up Footmen that much easier, pick up Peasants that much easier. So he's probably assuming already that Reprisal is going to be going for an expansion. If Reprisal does scout out this Warden, that's going to really tell him something, that he will probably go for a tech instead of an expansion, and he won't have to, yeah, he'll probably be going for a tech instead. Very nice job here with WarchiefRich, gonna do some very nice job Ancient War creeping, taking advantage of this lightning shield that the the Renegade Wizard casted on the Archer is gonna be taking advantage of that. Picking up some mercs as well. And there we go, Warden should get to level 2 momentarily. There we go, that's going to go down, that's going to go down, there we go, level 2 Warden, nice item there, period developed vitality, is going to get increased hit points, and increased starting hit points. Ancient War, very long hit points actually, wow. As Reprisals, yep, Warden did predict right, Reprisal will be going for that natural expansion. Alright, so very kind of a weird place for an expansion. Maybe he's trying to hide it down here. He's not going to put it in the typical spot where you put the expansion right here and you put towers all here, you put towers all here. Instead he's going to be dropping the expansion right here, where if the WarchiefRich does want to engage, he'll have this massive spot to sort of focus fire on the town hall, or he can decide to come down here if he's going for something more simpler like Druids at the Town or something. He can find one of these chokeholds here and just focus fire like that. Archmage is just going to stay here and protect his expansion, it looks like. I don't think he really should be doing this. He probably should be creeping. There we go. He's going to start his creeping. Reprisal is going to start his creeping, as WarchiefRich is going to come in here and is going to do some more Ancient War creeping, tanking all the damage from these creeps. What else are we going to see? Tree of Life being built, so we will be seeing a counter expansion from WarchiefRich. I did not suspect this at all. Huntress Hall going up, so we're going to be seeing Huntresses and a counter expansion for the Night Elf. So really, Reprisal does not want to risk this. He probably wants to take down that expansion before it goes up, but he won't be able to because he has his own expansion to try and defend. No lumber mill going up for Reprisal, so he will only be able to put up arcing towers, which do get the nice mana feedback damage there, taking out mana off heroes as well, but it really doesn't do as much damage as he probably would like. Reprisal is going to creep out this orange cap finally. He'll probably be getting a parry up to vitality just like the Warden. Probably wants to move that Archmage around. He's getting a lot of damage off on his own Footmen. Really not very good job done there. I think he killed that Renegade Wizard with the Lightning Shield, actually. That's what I think he did. Oh no, maybe not actually. Maybe I'm mistaken. Well, Reprisal will finish this expansion and it will get scouted out by WarchiefRich. He's got 5 peasants mining now, and it is right up there. Warden's going to be looking to do some damage to it, though. He's going to scout out the army of Reprisal. A lot of very low hit point footmen. He probably Reprisal does not want to lose these, and it looks like the Warden does have level 3, though, so it will have the level 2 Shadow Strikes, and we'll be able to take out down footmen that much easier. Nice Shadow Strike on that Archmage. Archmage going to lose a lot of hit points now. The Warden of WarchiefRich probably does not want to get in range of that Arcane Tower. Because he doesn't want to lose any sort of mana, but he did get off the necessary Shadow Strike that he needed, and now he's just gonna try and get that Archmage kill. Oh wow, and nicely done by WarchiefRich getting that level 3 Archmage kill. Oh my god, that was perfect. That was really nicely done. But now Reprisal is complaining about lag. Jeez, I see a lot of people doing this actually because. What they do is their hero dies or something and then they get angry and they blame lag, but I really don't think that that's Reprisal. I thought Reprisal was better mannered than that, I think. Anyways, Reprisal is going to start his tech. It's about halfway done. He does have the expansion up. Going to put up more towers at his expansion. This should be interesting. WarchiefRich is really in the driver's seat right now. He's got a great chance of winning, actually. If he would lose this, I'd be very surprised if he did lose this, but Reprisal is just such a strong human player. He is just so good. But WarchiefRich does look like he's playing this. What is wrong with this mouse, man? This is really pissing me off. And anyways, WarchiefRich really playing this really nicely, even though Reprisal is such a strong human player. He's really playing this perfectly. Taking down more and more footmen. Should get to level 4 pretty soon. That footman looks like it will go down. There we go. Towers nicely job getting those towers cancelled. Another guard tower should get cancelled. There we go. Looks like the Arcane Tower is going to get focused now. There we go. Militia going to get pulled by Reprisal, though. Now Reprisal going to pull all these militia. Going to try and get off as many hits as he can on those Huntresses. But looks like it's going to be of no use as they will just fall to the blade, to that sort of like blade thing of the Warden. Warden is level 4 now, so he will have level 2 Blink, I'm assuming. I doubt he went for Phantom Knives. Level 1 Phantom Knives is not really... Level 1 Phantom Knives is really not that effective if you're just going to go for it at level 4. WarchiefRich really playing very nicely. Should be able to take down that Blacksmith pretty soon. So denying any sort of Rifleman that Reprisal wants to pump out. He's Reprisal is going to be going for Mountain King as his second hero. As his tech does finish, Reprisal is going to pick up a lot of mercs to try and fend off this attack. Blacksmith's going to go down. But now WarchiefRich probably going to try and take down that Archmage. No, he's going to focus on the Mud Golem. So the Mud Golem gets off. Will only be able to get off minimum slow effect on the units of WarchiefRich, and it will end up going down. Fortress Shadow Priest is very low on hit points now. Probably does not want to lose it, but it will go down. The Warden of WarchiefRich is at level 4 now, so he's going to try and kill off that Watermelon. So may get to level. He's going to just get closer to level 5. If he does get to level 5, that's going to be level 3 Shadow Strike, and that much closer to level 6 Avenger. No, I forget what that level 6 effect is called, but it's pretty brutal to try and defend against. Only level 3 Archmage for Reprisal, so he's pretty behind right now actually on hero levels and units. And who's up by tech? Economically, both players are the same. WarchiefRich has a really nice counter expansion. It's going to drop double Ancient of Lore, so we may be seeing Dryads or Bears. He's going to be getting Pandaren and Brewmaster as a second hero, which is a really good counter to any sort of melee units at all, basically. Any sort of units for that is. Pandaren and Brewmaster, that Breath of Fire is just so damn good. It really is. Reprisal did go for 4 units around, but it's really hard to do that, though, unfortunately. And the Pandaren and Brewmaster will be able to escape. We may see a 4 months around just here. And no, nice staff of preservation to save that Mountain King. Nice staff of preservation. Next to the Mountain King, why am I saying Mountain King? Pandaren and Brewmaster will not heal up although on these Moonwells for some reason. He's just going to save the man on those Moonwells. WarchiefRich looks like he's going to be starting his Tier 2 tech. As Tier 3 tech, I mean, so Dryades will be coming out, and we will probably be seeing Bears later on. As Reprisal does start his casting, he will start his building up a nice caster army. He does already have 2 priests and 2 sorcerers out. He's going to be getting adept training for both, it looks like. We may see an engagement here with the 3 huntresses and the warden, and a couple mercs. Let's see what else, an archer, and first Dryads come out for WarchiefRich. WarchiefRich deciding just to simply creep up that Pandaren Brewmaster, going to try and get that Pandaren Brewmaster up to level 3. If that Pandaren Brewmaster does get to level 3, he will have level 2 not Flame Strike, Breath of Fire, which is pretty devastating to any army for that matter. Let's see what item he dropped. Claws of Attack, it looks like. Oh no, Scroll of the Beast. That's a pretty nice item against human. But then again, with the dispel of those priests, it's pretty useless. So he probably will just sell it. Did he sell it? Yeah, he sold it. That's a 250 gold, I think, to sell that item. So it's really worth it. There we go. He's going to be getting Druid of the Claw out of training, slow poison upgrade, and he will be coming up with Druids of the Claw pretty soon and transforming them into bears momentarily, as he does have upgrades on those Dryads, 1-0 upgrades. So you have upgrades on the huntresses, no upgrades. Any sort of upgrades for the riflemen, for Reprisal, nope, no upgrades on the riflemen. 2 priests out, 2 sources out as he started oh, he's building a workshop actually. What's he getting at that workshop? This should be interesting. He's getting a mortar team actually. So this is a pretty diverse army for Reprisal actually. He's a lot of different types of units. Really, this should be pretty interesting. As he started his Tier 3 tech, no Tier 3 tech, so we won't be seeing Master Training. We won't be seeing Siege Tanks. We'll just be seeing Mortars, Riflemen, Casters, a lot of Casters with all those simply Adept Training against WarchiefRich's Tier 3 army of Bears, it looks like. WarchiefRich is going to continue to creep. Warden that much, so close to level 5 now. Pandaren Brewmaster is level 2. He only needs to creep up 1 more green camp and he will get to level 5. Wow, this is pretty incredible. It was a really good game actually, pretty intense. Now it looks like Reprisal is going to be coming on for, what's the time, 12 minutes 30. So not his typical 9-minute tower rush. But it's still pretty close because he did go for that expansion, did lose a lot of units there, so, but he will be going for an tower push here, dropping 3 ivory towers, upgrading them all to Arcane Sanctum. Oh, all Arcane, only 1 Arcane Tower, okay, phew, thank God. I thought they were all Arcane Sanctum because he had no lumber mill. Never mind though. Scroll of the Beast going down, gonna be dispelled pretty soon, I imagine. But no, he does have, fortunately for Reprisal, WarchiefRich does have Growl anyways, Roar anyways, so he will have that. It wasn't a Scroll of the Beast actually, it was just Roar, so he will be able to continuously cast that with the amount of bears that he has. Does have 3 bears out, so that's pretty devastating for a caster army. Those 3 bears, maybe not so much for Spellbreakers. Those Spellbreakers going to be able to counter those bears pretty nicely. Looks like the Ogre Marlow's gonna take a lot of hits. I'm not sure what this Druid of the Claw is doing. It looks like he's gonna be going over to this Warden. Warden's gonna use a teleport to get back to his own base for some reason. Not sure why he used that. He could have just ran over with the amount of... He's pretty fast unit with Boots of Speed. I'm not sure why he didn't just run back. Looks like more Dispel's gonna go off. More Slow gonna go off from those Sorceresses. These Dryads do have Dispel though, so they will be able to Dispel any sort of Slow. There we go. It looks like Pandaren Brewmaster is level 3, so we will be seeing some level 3 Shadow Strikes and level 3 Breath of Fire. Oh, nice invisibility there to save that Archmage. But it looks like the Archmage may go down anyways because of the Shadow Strike with the continuous damage. No, it won't because of that Priest healing. It looks like it will not go down. Archmage is going to pick up a bunch of items there. 2 Scrolls of Healing, 1 Potion of Invulnerability, and 1 Circlet of Nobility. This is pretty. This is a pretty great game actually. Warden is almost level 6. If he gets Avatar Vengeance, that's what it's called, Avatar Vengeance. Just if that Warden does get to level 6, that would probably be GG for Reprisal. Very nice Shadow Strike on that Archmage. It looks like the Archmage is going to be taking a lot of damage now. Maybe Breath of Fire on that Archmage would be really sweet. But it looks like WarchiefRich is not going to be doing that. We may see another Shadow Strike here, which would probably finish off that. Oh no, unfortunately no mana for that Warden. Towers looks like this should be finishing pretty soon. Reprisal going to be engaging again with all of his units now. These mortar teams are doing a lot of really nice damage actually. Fortunately, WarchiefRich is really taking advantage of these big playing fields. Reprisal probably does not want to play on such a big field like this. Probably wants to find like a chokehold like this or something, where he can focus all his spell breakers up in the front and have his catchers and mortar teams in the back. Mountain King pretty low on hit points, but it won't be a problem because that Mountain King is such a bulky unit. A lot of bears very low on hit points. Looks like a lot of the bears will be falling momentarily. Nicely done microwing all these spell breakers back. More low hit point bears look like they will fall. There we go, another bear gonna fall. Archmage almost level 5 now. Level 3 water elemental should be coming out pretty soon. Jeez, this is incredible. Towers will start to go up now as well, as that Arcane Tower is going to get off a lot of hits off on that Warden. Warden looks like it will go down. No. Very nice blink there right at the last second to save that Warden. Warden Prize looking to heal up right now. Going to pop a potion of healing and mana, and have a pop a potion of anti-magic. Very low hit point Warden now though. It's going to just TP out though. Very low hit point Prander and Brewmaster probably wants to move that Prander and Brewmaster out. Nice stat for preservation there. Saving that Prander and Brewmaster. Rifleman going to try and get off on more hits off on that Warden. Warden popping a couple more potions it looks like. Warden and WarchiefRich does just call GG, as those towers and that massive human army is too much for WarchiefRich. Wow, that's a pretty great game from both players. Really nicely played. WarchiefRich really staying in command for most of that game, but Reprisal was just too strong near the end without Caster's army. Really finishing off WarchiefRich very nicely, taking game 3 and taking this best of 3 series. So stay tuned for more Replayers Epic Cup coverage. I'm going to try and cover as much as I can. This is Reprisal again beating WarchiefRich, and Alex signing out. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.